Here we are, about ready to wrap up yet another year. How are you guys feeling about it? Are you like, yes, 2024 can't end soon enough, bring on 25, I'm ready for it? Or are you like, oh, I don't want to face the fact that the year is ending because it isn't what I had hoped it was going to be, and now I have to do this whole thing all over again and set myself up, and you just don't even want to think about it. And either way, no matter what it is that you, however it is you feel about it, it's happening, right? But we don't need to put so much emphasis on the fact that this is ending, this is beginning. I've got to look at new stuff and I've got to think this out and come up with new resolutions and plans and goals. And what am I going to do in 25 different than I did in 24? That can be very motivating, and it can be very stressful, where it's almost debilitating to you. So one of the suggestions that I have for this is, how many of you heard of the 12-week year? And it breaks it down for us so you can say, okay, in these 12 weeks, these are the things that I'm going to focus on. And then the next 12 weeks and the next 12 weeks, and obviously then you have 4 of them as you go through the year. And there isn't this big pressure of, oh, in this year I need to do all of this, because that can be very overwhelming for people. So chunk it down and look into the 12-week year philosophy. See if that might work for you. Break it down a little bit. And, you know, for me, especially moving back to the Midwest, I always feel like it's really difficult in January, the middle of winter. It's freezing, it's gray, it's wet, it's just windy. It is not a time where I feel motivated and yes, let's prepare and take on the new year. I'm in hibernation mode. I'm in quiet mode. And that is time for reflection. And it doesn't end on December 31st for me, because the season goes on more. So I tend to look more with the 12-week year seasonally. Okay, so January through March, I am going to focus on reflection, renewal, rejuvenation. All of those things maybe go internal. Just focus on keeping warm, in terms of even warm in my ideas and my thoughts and my planning. And then comes spring, that's when it's time for action. That's when it's time for change and growth and blooming. So maybe if you just have not had much luck year after year with the New Year's resolutions and trying to at the calendar change your life to adapt to the fact that, okay, this is when we're supposed to do all these things, break the rules. Do it as you want. Maybe follow the 12-week year. It's a book, and I'm sure there's all kinds of other guidance for it. Maybe follow more of the seasonal patterns and look within and follow more around the earth, or determine what works best for you and lean into your strengths to help you figure that out. And then you can approach this new year in the way that you want, not the way that you think you're supposed to or you should.